Hey folks, Jason, Painfully Honest Tech here, and today I'm going to talk about the Galaxy Z Flip 3. This guy. So, let's get going. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for being here. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back again. If you want to support this channel and help me continue to bring these videos to you, consider checking out the merch below or the affiliate links. You know, if you click on those, I get a little kickback for no money out of you. And then you could also think about signing up for a membership if you want to get membership benefits, because membership does have its privileges. Maybe I've been doing this for too long, but every time I get a new phone, the first thing I want to do is look at what is annoying about the phone. Using a phone long term has less to do with what it does well than what it doesn't. Annoying small things about a phone can become maddening over time, and if you're gonna use a phone for a year or two or even 5 years, the fewer annoyances, the better. I'll go more in depth with my full review, but if you're thinking about getting one of these, here are some of the other things that you might notice first when you pick one up. Day one, I discharged this thing to 10% the day that I got it, and then I put it on the charger to charge overnight. And the first charge out of the box wasn't all that great. In fact, I didn't like heavily use the phone, but it was at 5% by way before bedtime. So I had to put it on the charger and use a different device. Meanwhile, you know, my iPhone 12 Pro Max had been sitting around off the charger all day and still had like 80% left. I woke up this morning and it still had 75%, although, again, I didn't use that phone very heavily either. But we're going to talk more about the battery later. First, let's get through the good stuff that I've felt about this phone since I picked it up, and then we will move on to the not so good stuff, and I'll give you sort of a roundup of my first impressions. So first, the good. The build quality on this is very nice. I am actually very impressed, but not very skillful at opening it yet. Like my friend Viper did this whippy openy thing, and I can't do it. But the build quality is very nice. Overall, it kind of looks like a Pixel 2 from the back. I found that the whole thing is pretty snappy and responsive, and that's very good. I didn't expect anything less. The screen looks great. The colors are very sharp, and for the first time, I can really say that I notice 120 hertz kind of making a difference in just the everyday use of the phone. The screen on the outside also looks pretty good. You close it up here, and then it does this thing, and there are widgets. But yeah, there are widgets that you can scroll through. So I guess that's pretty cool. This is kind of like the secondary screen that the LG V10 and V20 had. I wish that I could add more widgets, not just the ones that Samsung has sort of predestined as widgets, but these are pretty good. Number 5, the selfie camera and the main camera both seem to take sharp photos in good light. There seems to be some software sharpening in there, which I don't really mind, because a sharp picture is better than a soft picture in my estimation. And so that's pretty good. Now, the final good thing that I've noticed is that the form factor is really slim. This is a skinny boy. I don't know how else to say it. We're down to 56%, but yeah, it's a very skinny phone. But it doesn't feel very thick in the pocket. So it's very pocketable. The front end, the folding is very tight and very positive feeling, and yeah, just very tall when you open it up. Now let's get on to the bad. The plastic screen protector that's over this thing smudges and collects grease and fingerprints like a plastic screen protector, which is to say, it looks bad and feels kind of cheap. Although it does feel better than the plastic screen protector that was on the Fold 2 last year. But I'm kind of at the point where one day in, I kind of want to take this thing off. So I don't know if I don't know how long this plastic screen protector will stay on, but Samsung wants you to keep it on. While I did like the photos that the camera took in good light, I found that in sort of not so great light, it didn't do as well. I was trying to take some pictures of my grandson, and my grandson, he wasn't moving that much, but some pictures were blurry, some pictures were not. It seemed like it was struggling to pick up focus on even like the most slight movements in lower light. And so hopefully that's something that it either gets fixed as it goes on, or, I figure out whatever user error I was getting into. Their fingerprint reader is on the side of the device here, and I like the fingerprint reader. It's very fast. It's very responsive. It takes a little bit of getting used to figure out where to hold the phone so that your finger will hit the fingerprint reader. I'm trying the fingerprint reader instead of the face unlock this time, just because, it's been we haven't had a fingerprint reader for a while, so I'm going to try it. The button itself is kind of recessed, which is nice, and it works fast once you get that feel for it. Now, number 4 thing that is not so great about the phone so far is the volume buttons are above the fingerprint reader, which if you've got your hand so that your finger is going to hit the fingerprint reader, then it's a reach. It's really a reach to get up to the volume buttons. It's just not the best placement. Obviously, on the side here would have been the best place to put the volume buttons. They have the 5G antenna cut out there, so maybe that's why. Maybe they could have put that over here on the, I don't know what it looks like on the inside. All I know is the volume buttons are not placed in a great place, and that's something that will annoy me over time. Number 5 thing that kind of bothers me about it is I found myself just not really ever folding the device. Like, I would just put it in my pocket without folding it. So it is pretty useless folded. The always on screen there is nice. Not a very useful phone folded. So when you unfold it, I just found myself leaving it folded, forgetting that it folded at all. The last thing that I feel I have to talk about here is the battery life. The battery life, as I said earlier in the discussion, is not good. 3,300 milliamp hours is not going to get even the lightest user of a phone, or the most moderate user of a phone, through an entire day. And then when you have to factor in that it has to push this really tall and bright screen, as well as run that 120 hertz, then the battery life isn't going to be that great. Yes, you can turn things off, and you can. I have adaptive 120 hertz set on this right now. But the thing is, if you're any kind of heavy user of your phone, this guy is just not going to do it for you. If I had used this phone yesterday, as I usually use a phone, then I would have been out of battery and had to charge by the evening. And now I'm sitting here at 55%, and I know I'm going to have to charge by the evening. It's only 1:49 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's a very nice phone. I have gone on record as saying bad things about the folding phones, but I think with the 3rd generation, it looks like Samsung is really getting their feet under them in terms of building a solid phone that folds, as opposed to, folding kind of being its own thing, and that's the reason the phone exists. I'm anxious to see how it goes when I live with it for a week or two, but as it stands right now, I'm pretty impressed with the solid build. The screen feels more durable than it did in previous versions of folding phones from Samsung. The battery is really the only thing that would be a real deal breaker for me when it comes to using this phone on a daily basis. And I'm going to do that for the next week or so. My full review will be coming soon. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. So you know when that video comes out, hit that bell and you'll get notified, and then you'll get to see that video. So once again, thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. My name's Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.